In January 2020, the Miss England contest was all set to hold a series of heats across the country as it has been doing for many years. Usually, Miss England hosts between 30 and 40 regional competitions in towns and cities across England. However, COVID-19 had other plans. The whole world was affected by the pandemic, and England's first lockdown was announced by the Prime Minister Boris Johnson on March 23rd. One of the Miss England heats had already started, and contestants had started to raise funds for Beauty with a Purpose and even started to get outfits together. So, the Miss England director Angie Beasley decided to try running the contest virtually, instead of closing the contest altogether. In place of the live heats, contestants were invited to film themselves on their phones and submit homemade clips of themselves doing a catwalk in their favourite outfit at home and introducing themselves to camera. The first Miss England heat was the Leicester contest, home of the organisers. It was due to be staged on March 29th at the Y Theatre at Leicester. Like many events, the whole contest had to be cancelled, but where there's a will, there's a way. Miss England ran the contest virtually, and the judges deliberated on Zoom, and a winner was selected. Virtual Miss England was featured in international media and continued to run its qualifying heats online. The first finalist was Miss Leicestershire, Tia Carter, who was crowned by her sister in her back garden after the organiser dropped off the crown and sash. We believe we were the first contest in the world to carry on through what was truly a harrowing time for everyone, and the contest gave the contestants something to focus on rather than just watching all the bad news on TV. The contestants were encouraged to try raising awareness for charities, continuing with the Beauty with a Purpose ethos. The contest continued throughout the summer of 2020, finding around 35 virtual semi-finalists, and event hosted a virtual semi-final. In July 2020, determined to keep the contest alive, Miss England continued, and by this time, we were just out of lockdown. A professional panel of judges, the former Miss England and Miss UK winners, were invited to be judges at the Video News Factory studio, and the semi-finalists were announced on Zoom at the end of the contest. More national finalists were found virtually after England went back into lockdown once again, and the location and date for the final moved again. More lockdowns followed, so the Miss England final had to be moved 5 times altogether, creating further setbacks for the organisers and a lot of sleepless nights. But it didn't dampen the spirits of the Miss England finalists and the organiser, and the contest continued. By this time, the no-code app developers choicely approached the organiser, Angie, after spotting them in the British press, to develop a Miss England app that would host the competition, and the contest continued virtually, still trying to keep the interest and the finalists of British press. Between lockdowns, the Miss England contest continued to hold safe and socially distanced photo shoots in small groups, and the contest created lots of positive publicity in the British press, giving contestants hope and purpose during a very difficult time. Many of the contestants continued with fundraising virtually for Miss World's Beauty with a Purpose. Some of the finalists came up with unique and novel ways of fundraising that we haven't seen before, such as the Beauty with a Purpose fundraiser in the contest, Alina Green, Miss Dorset. Alina organised a virtual dog show, a wing walk and a shark dive, and managed to raise almost £10,000 for Miss World's Beauty with a Purpose during a pandemic. Unbelievable. A gruelling sports round was held ahead of the Miss England final at the Heart of England, with former Royal Marine Lee Stewart, who put both the Miss and Mr England finalists through their paces. The organisers decided to go back to the Y Theatre in Leicester to host the Miss England talent auditions, and a small number of finalists were invited. Hosting the qualifiers in smaller groups was the only way possible the contest could continue safely. The Y Theatre is also a charity, one of the charities incidentally who benefited from fundraising from the previous Miss England final. The Y Charity and Beauty with a Purpose sponsored a house for a year for youngsters to live. Miss England's top model round was held at the Hotel Raphael, London, following a no-makeup photo shoot to promote natural beauty skincare brand Cetium in the hotel spa. A small group of Miss England finalists were then invited to a red carpet event to model glamorous ball gowns from To The Nines, the contest's evening wear partner. 44 national finalists eventually participated in the Miss England Grand Final at a fabulous new location. The Heart of England and various associates helped Angie create a memorable final night and a stunning stage set. The fabulous England-themed sequin wall from Solar Air Sequin Walls was standout and featured along with UK magical balloons, and the wonderful purpose-built function room at the Heart of England hosted the show, and Angie received support from Miss England supporters to create the perfect stage set with entertainment of stilt walkers and fire eaters. The show was hosted by the talented singer and former Mr. England Jordan Williams and Miss England 2015 singer-songwriter Natasha Hemmings, who soon goes on tour with Ronan Keating. The contest was broadcast on a live stream by the Video News Factory, and model and former Miss England finalist Megan Elliott hosted the Miss England livestream lounge and interviewing some of the show sponsors, including Plast-Free Pads, a plastic-free sanitary pad company. After a whole 2-year reign, Basha Mukherjee, an NHS doctor who first won the contest in August 2019, crowned her successor on August 27, 2021. Basha had been an incredible, hard-working, mostly virtual Miss England during a worldwide pandemic, and had herself treated COVID patients and worked at the hospital, most of her reign fitting in many virtual Miss England appearances and interviews. She was truly on the front line. Finally, Erin Smith, the Sportswoman winner, Jessica Gagan, the Explore the Nation Tourism Round winner, and Rahima Muthamia became the top 3, and Miss England 2021 was Rahima. She was finally crowned and has the honour of representing England in the 70th Miss World in Puerto Rico. We would like to thank everyone from the bottom of our hearts who entered the contest and all of its supporters that kept the contest alive during a very memorable time in history.